Okay. Oh boy. All right. Whew. Okay, I think I fixed it. I hope I fixed it.
Fuck, I didn't fix it.
Again, today's top stories. London has endured another night of German bombing. Most damage was concentrated in the East End. The RAF has struck enemy aerodromes in London.
Why?
Again, today's top stories. London has endured another night of German.
And I'm back.
Hello.
Just in case, I'll reintroduce myself to the stream. Hello, everyone. I am Latios. I'll be Bear's time travel buddy for the stream. And I also had one of those weird moments where I just remembered the current voice of Optimus Primal for Rise of the Beast voiced Mr. Lancer and Danny Phantom.
Yep.
So now I just want to hear Optimus Primal shout book titles and play some swears.
Oh, I hope this works. Son of a bitch.
Again, today's top stories. London has endured
Those
another
be some
night of
stubborn
German
technical
bombing.
difficulties.
Yep. Oh my god.
Just leave it, we'll deal.
This is frustrating beyond belief.
I can imagine.
And like, I'm not just gonna let this go either, because like, you can barely see it.
Today's top stories. London has endured another night of German bombing. Most
Maybe it's in the frequently asked questions section somewhere?
I honestly have no idea.
At least take heart in this. Compared to what the ship was actually going through right now, we've got the easy job.
Yeah.
Like, they had a coal fire going on. Bitter irony being that it might have been that very coal fire that helped prolong the ship's lifespan during the sinking.
Could be.
Because in order to control the coal fire, they had to move the non-burning coal away, and that ended up redistributing some of the weight in the ship. So when everything was flooding, for the most part, it was even enough to not capsize.
I did this and it didn't fucking work. Don't you just love it when you have a hyper specific problem with a game and only like three other people have encountered that problem and no one is giving answers?
Yeah, that's fun. Almost as fun as that one glitch in SpongeBob Revenge of the Flying Dutchman that ends up deleting your save data if you enter a door. So,
Alright.
damn it.
This game will not be the death of me.
Again, today's top stories. London has endured another night of German bombing. Most damage.
We'll figure something out. In the meantime, I'll just find something to talk about. So on that Spider-Man talk, the last time I saw anything from Renew Your Vows, the Venom symbiote had returned.
Again, today's top stories. London has
I don't know if it was
endured
Venom or
another night
Carnage,
of
but one of
German
them ended up
bombing.
bonding to
Most
MJ, and now she's got a symbiote to simulate all the powers.
Lovely.
One that she seems to be more or less in control of
Damage
for the
was
time being.
concentrated in the
But
East End.
that was the last time I
The
checked in, like a couple of
has
years
struck
ago.
enemy aerodromes in London.
So, the Titanic had a ship's cat.
London has endured another.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm forgetting the name right now, but supposedly the cat gave birth early on enough into the ship's voyage when it stopped for fueling up and passengers moving to and from in Ireland. Supposedly, the cat took all the kittens and left.
Well, I mean, if that's not a warning, I don't know what is.
It's unknown if the cat left on her own, or if one of the people leaving took the cat and kittens with them.
Right.
But like, that is a bad sign when the ship's cat is going, nope, 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 get me out of here.
Uh-huh. That's a very bad sign.
Like, supposedly, some people had even seen premonitions of the ship going down, and like, a few people were quite paranoid about it. Supposedly.
I can imagine.
So, here's another fun fact. The very thing that doomed the Titanic in the first place also ended up saving its survivors.
And what was that?
Cold water mirages. I'm not too good with explaining how these work, but the way cold water mirages affected how one sees the horizon, it played a part in why the iceberg wasn't spotted until the moment it was, beyond the, calm seas and the moonless night. But it was that same cold water mirage that allowed the Carpathia to spot the Titanic survivors before they actually got there. While Carpathia was the first on the scene, the RMS Olympic was also steaming towards the location and offered to take the passengers aboard because they would have had more room, more facilities. Carpathia's captain politely declined because, well, the ship looked so similar to Titanic, it would be like seeing the ghost of the ship that just took your loved ones come back for you.
Mm.
Like, on like on one level, I can kind of understand why some people would say, no, bad move, just put the people on the Olympics, they'd have been taken better care of there. On the other hand, you'd be moving people from one ship to yet another in the middle of the ocean, and a ship that looks similar enough to the one that just killed a bunch of people the survivors knew and loved. Like, nobody's really in the best mental state right now.
Right.
So it's like, I kind of have to lean towards the decision they actually made and say, no, thank you, Olympic, but no. There's a really cool video out there on YouTube called Titanic in Her Own Words that more or less keeps track of like what it would have sounded like for the wireless communications going to and from the ship during the sinking.
Hmm.
There's a point where it gets so loud and so many messages are coming and going, it becomes damn near impossible to sort them all out. Which, Olympic to the rescue in this case, shouting at everybody to shut up.
Okay. This is weird.
We sincerely apologize for the technical difficulties, folks. This game is being willful.
It is. I just started the game and I forgot I had the BRB sign on.
And today's top stories. London has endured another night.
Part of me almost wants to suggest clicking and dragging the edges of the screen, but I don't think that works.
It definitely won't work because
Today's
I
top
can't
stories.
do that
London
with
has
this
endured another
setup.
night of German bombing.
Like, I don't know much about computers, so I really don't know what else to suggest.
I have an idea. It probably won't work, but I mean, we're out of options, so
Oh dear. We going guerrilla style? Oh. Yeah, we're going guerrilla style. I guess while we're waiting on Bear to do his momentary fix, I'll share some trivia here for anybody watching. The RMS Titanic was the second ship of a trio of ships called the Olympic class, consisting of the RMS Olympic, the Titanic herself, and a third ship,
alright.
the RMS Britannic.
What?
I was just sharing some facts and trivia to fill the void while you were working. Of the three Olympic class ships, the Olympic is the only one to actually make it through a full career. the Titanic is kind of obvious. And the Britannic struck a mine off the coast of Kia and sunk during World War One.
Hmm.
Of the two ships that sunk, though, Britannic had by far the smallest body count at a measly 30-ish. And that was more so because of a judgment error on the part of the ship's crew than anything. As far as the Olympic not only survived the First World War, but proceeded to have a relatively healthy career after the fact. And speaking of the Olympic, it was also kind of accident prone, at least in the earlier days.
I wonder if I do this.
Be it, be it from simply losing a propeller to colliding with an actual warship. The Olympic had a history of accidents that in turn delayed the Titanic's completion and departure. In the case of the warship collision, the HMS Hawk was sucked in by the Olympics draft, I think they called it, and ended up colliding bow first into the Olympic side. Despite the amount of damage done to both ships, the Olympic stayed afloat and managed to limp back to port. Olympic did get its turn to ram something else, though. Reportedly, it rammed a U-boat in the First World War. Broke it friggin' in two. There's actually a YouTuber who did a what if video about an alternate history where the Titanic never struck this iceberg and never sank. And ultimately, the career ended up being quite similar to that of Olympic.
I want ice. I hit one icebergs. What? Two iceberg. What? Three. What? Four. What? Five icebergs. What? And a steamboat. Hi.
I don't get the joke, but okay.
You're trying to figure out how to fix the aspect ratio of this game, and I am.
You're gonna have to forgive the guerrilla style streaming for a while, people.
At least
We
until I can
apologize for
figure
the
out how to
inconvenience.
stretch the damn aspect ratio. Is it still the same?
Yep. Still the same. I really don't get that joke.
I think he's talking about Stone Cold Steve Austin.
I don't wrestling, so forgive the clueless Pokemon. I have no idea what the reference is. Eh. Still the same.
What am I doing? Here's a dancing plumber to make you happy. Thank you.
How was that movie anyway?
Haven't seen it yet. I, my family, my brother and stepdad go see
Because
John Wick Chapter 4 and not the Mario
like
movie.
I'm already seeing videos on my feed going on about how this movie was the greatest video game movie of all time. This movie sucked. It should burn in hell. Like the usual gamut these things run.
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
I don't think there's a way to fix the aspect ratio.
That's more or less the conclusion I came to like 6 attempts ago.
Yeah, but I'm stubborn.
Yes, you are sometimes. We'll deal with it as it goes. Maybe after the stream's over, we can try looking for a way to fix it proper. But for now,
Well,
just
no,
roll
like
with it.
that's what I've been looking for. There is no fix it proper, unless we had a copy of the original game, and if I had a disk drive.
Yeah.
because
I
the
don't see
original
those happening.
game. Hi, hi, Sam. No, I had to dig out my second monitor here to run diagnostics, and well, look.
We can't get the window any bigger than that.
The original version of the
So,
game came with a launch window that let you change the aspect ratio.
London has endured
But
another night of German
unfortunately,
bombing. Most damage was concentrated in the East End. The RAF has struck enemy aerodromes in Le Havre and the Low Countries. In Russia, further German losses
unfortunately,
are
this is
reported
really
around
all we have to
Leningrad.
work with.
In Asia, the
yep.
American fortress at Corregidor is still
So,
defiant, but
have some
Japanese
patience,
forces are
people.
reported
Everybody bear
nearing
with
the
us.
Burmese oil
This is how the
fields.
game's gonna look for
And
the
that
week
concludes
we're
the news
doing this.
summary. We now
Which really,
return you
really
to our music
sucks,
program.
because God, it's like watching TV on like super old, like on a super old screen.
Again, today's top stories. London has endured another night of German bombing. Most damage was concentrated in the East End. The RAF has struck enemy aerodromes in Le Havre and the Low Countries. In Russia, further German losses are reported around
Well, that
Leningrad.
sucks.
In Asia, the American fortress at Corregidor is still defiant,
Oh
but
my
Japanese
God!
forces are reported nearing the Burmese oil fields.
For those of you who can't see the ticket,
We now return you to our music
That
program.
says Hindenburg.
that says Hindenburg. Basically the aerial equivalent to the Titanic.
Never let it be said the people who made this game didn't have a sense of humor.
Dark humor, but yes. Also, I have the death card. Which, in tarot, doesn't actually mean death, it means change. Now, the
It's
card you
like
have
we're
to be
gonna do to
worried about
history.
is the Tower, because that means disaster.
Yeah, it means change, like the player is about to do to history.
Today's top stories. London has endured another night of German bombing. Most damage was
Like, there may or may not be a completion condition that ends up altering history so World War II ceases to exist.
Yeah, pretty much. So, alright. If it's any consolation to you guys, what I'm seeing on my screen is not that much better. It's not in the corner, it's like in the center, but it's still like a small box. Memories. Titanic sinks. 1,200. Yeah, 1,250 people perish. RMS Titanic sinks 4 hours after striking iceberg. And first-hand experience, first-hand accounts.
Just a quick little disclaimer, people. This game was made in like late 90s, early 2000s, so we didn't have the most up-to-date information we currently do. Some things here will inevitably be wrong.
Uh-oh, I hear air raid sirens.
Well, let's hit the time machine. Where the hell did I park that DeLorean?
Oh god!
The past, forever locked in regret. But what if
Let me know how the game audio sounds.
I found the time machine. It wasn't a DeLorean, it was a pocket watch.
Well, at least you don't have to worry about misplacing.
30
Well,
years
I mean,
have come and
you
gone since the
kind
night
of
that
do,
saw
but
the end of the world, my world. The service needed someone on the Titanic. They chose me. I was to wait for a signal from my contact, so I remained in my cabin. I left.
Let's face it, a magical time traveling pocket watch is a lot more believable than getting blown back in time by a bomb.
There'd be no second chance.
we got
It was signed
isekai'd into the
April
past.
14th, too late, you see, for the Titanic, for me. What if I'd met with my contact, prevented disaster? What if the past
Kraken
quickly
has
changed?
made multiple jokes with some of my comments by now and appears to be having a lot of fun.
Hi, Kraken.
Ooh. Time traveling always gives me the munchies. Good thing I brought some mashed potatoes and goldfish. That's about all I could find.
Hordor, oysters, cream of barley, salmon.
Booze duvers, appetizers, basically.
Yeah, hors d'oeuvres or whatever. Cucumber, filet mignon, lily, sauté of chicken. I don't know how to
Also, a quick reminder, people, it's 1912 in there. Tastes are going to be a lot different for more than just fashion.
Green peas, creamed carrots, boiled rice. Boiled new potatoes. Waldorf pudding. Alright, I'm going to bring up a guide.
Good evening. I am Smethels, your steward, and if I may say so, it is good to see you up and about. You've been in your cabin the whole voyage. A touch of the mal de mer, was it?
There's a steward talking to you, I think.
Seasickness can be quite unpleasant, especially if it's one's first crossing. Since you haven't been out of your cabin, may I instruct you on how to get assistance while on board the Titanic?
Yeah.
Very good. We of the White Star Line hope that your stay on board Titanic is as relaxing as possible.
I'm vaguely
you
reminded
explore
of the
the
way
ship,
Fallout 1 and
please
2
bear in mind the following
did
advice.
their
The mouse
talking
is
heads
your
this
hands,
way.
the keys your feet. If you find the screen too dark or too bright, follow the directions on the control screen help panel or consult
Pokemon
your
jokes now?
manual
What the
on
hell?
adjusting your monitor. To find the control panel help and other features, click on the life preserver at the bottom of the screen. The control panel has a help button, as well as a quit and save game feature. You may also adjust the volume. Test the settings by clicking on the black knob. You may also switch the theme music on or off. After making any adjustments, click OK to return to your current game. Wandering the ship, if you notice a hand, It indicates something to click on. May I suggest
How was it that
you
getting
do
the
so?
reference this time made me
Several
understand the
personal
joke
items
even
in your
less?
room, a brown satchel, and a pocket watch are quite useful to you during your voyage. Take them with you. You shall want to converse with other passengers. If you fail to understand them, click on their face. They will repeat their last sentence. The purser. His office is on C deck, just off the forward grand stairs. The elevator, or lift as we call it, has an attendant who can direct you to various sections of the lifts are located behind the forward grand staircase. Lastly, you may always find me by returning to your cabin, C-73, and ringing the bell to the right of the door. Your correspondence. 2,200 on board, and they all want messages delivered promptly. Even if it is 1912, and the Titanic, the most advanced means of sea conveyance ever devised, I still have only two hands. 2,200 on board, and they all want messages delivered. Here, a map of the ship for you. Compliments of the White Star Line. I have taken the liberty of indicating your cabin.
The Electric Camel, I believe they're
C-73.
asking you to
Of
go
course,
to the
on a
gymnasium.
Sunday evening at this hour, there
Okay.
won't be many people out. Will there be anything else? The Electric Camel, an exercise device.
Like I did warn you, it's
They
been a
say
while
it is
since I
good for
brushed
the
up on my
liver.
Titanic history,
I
so it's
wouldn't
gotten a
know.
bit rusty.
It's located in the gymnasium, on the boat deck, on the starboard side. That's the right side, in case you had not been informed. Very good. Have you unpacked? You'll find your trunk key in your bag on the bed. And remember your personal effects, your watch and bag. If you require additional assistance, please ring the bell by the door. Good night.
Oh, you must be in first class.
You said there was a key somewhere? Oh. How do I...
It was in your inventory. Just click the key and drag it.
Oh. Derp. So is this is all time-based, isn't it?
Well, considering you're on a doomed ship, maybe.
His Majesty's government has assigned an agent of the Crown to rendezvous with you on board the Titanic. Remain in your cabin until your contact gives you further instructions. After completion of all your assignments on board, book passage to remain on the ship and return to Southampton for your next assignment. For a more in-depth report of the international situation in the spring of 1912, please review the white paper included as part of this briefing. That is all. His Majesty's government has assigned an agent of the Crown to...
The game audio could be raised a little bit. I haven't heard anyone talking at this point. Okay, there we go. Turns out it was a problem on my end. Welcome to the Grand Staircase.
Okay, I'm supposed to go to A deck, right?
Yeah, there should be a sign around the stairs somewhere that tells you what deck you're on.
B deck. And this should be A deck.
Hello. Don't think we've met. I'm Leyland Sacum Trask, metaphysical scribe and evangelist for the supernatural. I've been in London attending a conference on premonitions among the sensitive. Sensitives, or psychics, possess increased powers of perception. A gifted psychic can take a personal effect from a complete stranger and tell you all about them.
Or in other words, I can see the future!
I'm sorry, I'm getting no reading at all. Not even faintly. There's a range, of course, but given the right training, psychics can reveal information hidden to others. This is a ship of destiny, which I think you know. Good night.
Yeah, we're on A deck. We're supposed to go to a gym, right?
Evening, I'm the
I
lift
believe
attendant.
so.
And you'll not
Like when I
find
hear
one better
electric
at
camel,
taking
the
you
only two things
where
that
you
come
want
to
to
mind
go.
are
Where
the
to?
gym and the Turkish bath, and I can't remember which one.
I'm the man to ask. It's the gymnasium you're after. Take my lift to A deck, then walk up the stairs. Enter the vestibule at the left. The gymnasium's on your immediate right. Where do you need to go? Suit yourself. Good night.
Alright.
cannot say this much. I'd love to see this game get remastered somehow and re-released on like more modern hardware.
Same, because this is definitely something. Oh my god! I'm the Flash!
Barry or Wally?
Probably Barry, since I'm messing with time.
Riviera broke me. Damned Frenchman. What do you want? Health nut, are you? It's on the boat deck. Above us. Yeah, it's a night, all right. A regular night to remember.
Hello, sir.
Oh, I get the
Good
I got the
evening.
reference.
Third Officer Morrow here. I am sorry, but this is the officers' promenade. No passengers allowed. You're the second passenger tonight who's been here. A young woman tried to enter
A
the
Night to
wireless
Remember
room earlier.
was the name of a
Such
book
cheek.
written by Walter
Probably
Lord about
suffocated.
the events of the
Regulations forbid passengers from
night in
entering
question.
the wireless room. Now, good night.
It was considered to be one of the most accurate retellings of the Titanic disaster to date. There was later on a movie made to adapt the book, and it's still a favorite one to watch.
I'm sorry, but where the hell is the gymnasium? The ship's not before I even find the damn thing.
I want to say it's after the forward grand staircase, but that's about as far as I can remember.
Whoa! It was right there! Whoa!
There should be someone else in the gym to talk to.
It's about time. You're late. Another 5 minutes and I'd have cancelled your mission. What a botch-up. Some idiot in the War Office booked me into second, not first class, and I've had a fine time of it too. The crew wouldn't let me in the first cabin at all. It's just today I located you. Yes, I'm Pringle. Penny Pringle. From the Bureau of Secrets, you didn't think they'd plunk you down on this bucket of bolts and millionaires alone, did you? Look at this. A German colonel named Zeitel. He's inspecting their embassies.
Barely a few
Havana,
sentences in, and you
Washington,
already
Mexico
have a more
City.
likable character
We know
than that
better.
Rose lady from the James Cameron film.
10 days ago, the Bureau got word that Zeitel has in his possession a priceless copy of the Rubaiyat of Omar Khayyam, stolen 2 months ago in Paris after its purchase by a very highly placed member of His Majesty's government. It's your job to find out. His Lordship's watching this very closely indeed. I wouldn't fumble this chance either, unless you fancy spending the rest of your career in some grotty Midlands back office shuffling paper about. No, he's with a protege, name of Heidelitz, I believe. The two spend a great deal of time in the Café Parisien, nibbling pastries. Get into the wireless room. I don't know or care how. Officer Morrow wouldn't let me in. See if Zeitel's received or sent any telegrams about the Rubai. You've got a cryptograph in your trunk. It'll unscramble the German codes. You use the brains God gave you. Watch people. Listen. When you find the Rubaiyat, knock on my door. Cabin F, 34. Use the second-class stairs.
Might not be a good
You should be
idea to
safe.
enter the wireless
Remember,
room if what's
this is your
going on
big
is what I think
chance.
is going on.
Don't fail.
You're gonna have to anyway, but just be careful.
Okay.
Because if I recall, the wireless operators should be fiddling with the thing for, like, field repairs right now. At some point mid-voyage, the wireless system itself broke down. So the operators, in spite of their orders, actually went out of their way to fix the thing.
Where have you been? It's been 5 years. I'd have waited a lot longer to see you again. Why didn't you tell me where
And ultimately
you'd
that
gone?
ended up saving
Dina
all the
hadn't a
lives that
clue,
were
nor did Jack.
saved.
My letters were returned. Just like you to show up now, with everything such a beastly mess. You must help me. You've no doubt heard the rumors. I won't deny most of them. I can't. Even if the money's gone, I won't give the diamonds to Charles, never. These are all that remains. My insurance for a new life without Charles or Saoirse. Saoirse? The owner of the Barbican Gallery? We're friends. Of a sort. He's sailing on the Titanic, taking some paintings to New York to sell. Please. I mustn't talk any longer. Take it. Take the necklace. It's my only chance now. Keep it for me. And don't tell Charles you have it. You can't know what he's like.
Okay.
Come here.
Wait, who just said come here? Is that Trask?
What do you know? You again. Don't you love the sea air? Really clears out the sinuses.
Oh,
Max
this is-
Seidelman,
Oh.
Philadelphia, PA. Buyer for Haymaker's department store. The shoppy of Spruce Street, What's eating you anyway? You're always in a rush. Relax. We'll take Max's advice. Get over it. Sure, you lose sometimes. Yell. A little. Don't dwell. You a sporting type?
I've
You
always
look
had a
like
rush
a
because
sporting
I've had
type.
way
Come
too
on
much
down to the
sugar and I
smoking
can't
room for a
stop.
nightcap.
I
Riviera's
was
looking
hit
for
by a
someone to play
lightning
a
bolt
few
before I
hands of
came
blackjack
here,
with.
and now
What
I
do you
can't
say?
stop moving.
Not much else to do. Not tonight. Brr. Cold as a cast iron commode. So, what do you say?
Um.
Okay, some other time maybe.
Yeah, I might want to check that guide. I'd sooner throw that guy off the Titanic itself and agree to whatever he's got going, but
Yeah, the guide's not mentioning him. The guide is very. The guide's not very helpful, and we are on a time limit, so. Like, I'm kind of freaking out a little bit.
Sorry, the wireless room's off limits to passengers. No passengers allowed. Yes, very calm. No moon.
sorry
I
about
don't
that.
like that.
Allergies kicked
Can't
in
see what's
and I
coming.
had to take care of that.
No moon means surprises, as if we don't have enough already. Mr. Ismay, the White Star Line's president's on board. We're walking eggshells round him, I tell you. Though that's nothing compared to the creeping about my brother-in-law's doing at the... His entire London office is in an uproar. Tom works in the Admiralty. Seems our plans for troop deployments against Germany disappeared 3 weeks ago. Tom says the big boys are petrified the Jerrys will get wind of it. Could upset the balance of power. Politics. Desktop espionage. Bureaucrats. Pah, give me the sea. You can toss the rest. Never have. Not since the war. South Africa. Boer War. The officer was a drinker. He was drunk when they trapped us out on the veldt. On a moonless night. It was a massacre. We never saw them coming. Drink always leads to the devil. An interesting connection. For all I know, it could be true. A man's got his troubles. Sick child, being away from home. But I hate whiners and apologizers. Well, thank you for your insight. Have a look, why don't you? Mind you, Phillips will have my head if he catches you in there, but I don't see any harm. Go on in.
See, all I had to do was befriend him. Alright.
This room being this devoid of people really sets off every nerve in my brain.
The fact that the music stopped is what got me.
Like that too, but like I know what should be going on in here. I know I said things won't be 100% accurate, but like it's still unnerving to see this room empty. It's like, if memory serves, the operator should be talking Cape Race right now. Or at least fairly soon.
Yes?
Oh! Oh, you!
The lounge is closed for the night. We'd open it again only in an emergency, which we are not experiencing at the moment. Good night.
Okay.
That guy just has that aura of I hate everybody going about him.
Well, I mean, he
But
has.
my dear, it's Daisy. Daisy Cashmore. Surely you remember. Oh, you a naughty thing. Don't think I didn't know you'd snuck on at Cherbourg. Smethels told me all about it. The old boy's always dripping with news. Heard about Lord and Lady Lambeth. Ruined utterly. Scarcely enough left for appearances, I'm told. I always liked Georgia. Married Charles for his name and his fortune, sensible girl. But she's made her nest. Now she must live in it. Well,
I must go.
I
Nice
am
chatting. Goodbye.
actively
on some
resisting the
lark,
urge to
no
roll
doubt.
my eyes
You
when
do
she
keep
talks.
secrets, they say, to the grave. Ta!
Like something about her voice and her manner of speech that makes me just go, oh.
What deck was my cabin on?
C deck, I think.
Yep.
So, here's a fun little fact for you, Bear, since you were there for the attempt at a Digimon Zero 2 adaptation I did.
Okay.
I kind of included a version of this ship in the digital world because it seems to have a lot of weird time displaced and disconnected stuff.
Say again?
The digital world just has this weird freaking habit of bringing in stuff that was time displaced or just utterly disconnected, like that trolley on the one island, or the fact that there are actual ships just kind of littered about in some spots in the digital world.
Right.
So when I was writing for my own adaptation of seasons 1 and 2 of Digimon, I kind of included this very ship, the Titanic, as a sort of a wink and a nod. If that's even the phrase I'm looking for. Probably the most tasteless thing I did back then, and the one thing I must certainly regret for its inclusion. I filled it with Ghost Digimon.
I feel like I'm missing something. Oh. Fuck.
It takes forever to solve this. And when he finally does, wait a minute, why are my ankles cold and wet? Oh my god! So, a fun fact about the ship is that the way it's wired, electrically speaking, it functions in 3 blocks. So that should the ship suffer damage and take on water, and one area loses power, the entire ship doesn't lose power.
Okay.
It's why there are people who reported seeing the lights stay on until literally seconds before the ship breaks apart.
Really?
Heck, there's even some reports of people seeing emergency lights still on after the breakup.
Huh?
Proceeds to smash forehead on keyboard, and the result says, "Don't forget to pick up milk." I did warn you there'd be a bunch of puzzles here, right?
Yeah, but this puzzle doesn't make any damn sense.
Thankfully, as for the game being timed, assuming it is, well, at least you haven't actually hit the berg yet.
Hidden in Boiler Room 3, Coal Chute 4. SB will deliver painting after pickup. Will confirm. Ito.
I heard something about a boiler room?
Yup.
Shit. That's probably one of the hardest places on the ship to get to.
Fuck.
If only because there will be plenty of staff to turn you away. Now, the game might portray that differently and make it a little easier to get to there, but, like, on the ship itself, you would be, basically, it would be impossible to get down there as a passenger.
Alright, so she said cabin, she said F, right?
The note should be in your inventory so you can double check.
There is
yeah,
no
it's in the
note.
pocket over there.
Huh?
I think that's it in that, like, wall pocket there.
This?
I think so.
That is the telegram.
At least they give you a map so you can get around a little easier.
Yeah, and it looks like the frickin' grand staircase doesn't go down the F deck.
In which case, you'll need to find the lift. or the elevator, as most people would call it. I think that goes down to F deck.
Actually, I think I might be at the wrong part of the grand staircase.
Well, you're at the forward grand staircase, so maybe the aft grand staircase goes down further.
Why'd the music change? To E deck.
It sounds like an alarm going off.
It sounds like an Ultraman color timer. I mean, not anymore. Like this, like actually.
Where to?
It sounds like they're trying to go for a horror feel.
Very good then. Cheers.
Like I said, that elevator, I think, goes down to F deck.
It didn't. I don't think.
Evening. Where to?
Because it just says A, B, and C deck.
Good night.
Hmm.
No, that's definitely not. We need to go forward, not back.
Like, for as much as I've learned about the Titanic over the years, I could never actually navigate the damn thing if I was on board. Like, I'll freely admit that right now.
Damn it. Maybe if I go up to the boat deck, I get to the second class stairs.
Sounds like a plan.
That is the smoking room. That's not where I want to go. It's also not where I want to go. Aha!
And this is probably the furthest forward passengers were normally allowed to go on board the ship while it was in motion.
Aha!
Progress! I can safely tell you right now, there's some hallways on board the Titanic itself, people with like bulky body types that get stuck in. You alright, Bear?
Who the fuck are you?
A fine night to be indoors, cold as the dickens outside. Cold but clear. Clear as a bell, and the stars, oh, you should see 1,000,000 stars in God's firmament. A congregation of light. The name's Trout, the Reverend Edgar Trout. I'm returning from a mission in Africa, to Sunapee, New Hampshire, where I live. Emily, my wife, she's dead.
Oh, for a minute I thought he kidnapped someone from Africa.
Thank you. We had looked forward to this journey. But she died at Port Said, though it was Nyasaland that killed
so many
her.
stars, but
the
no
doctors,
moon.
you know, never did
ship is
find all
screwed.
the parasites. Calling on Miss Pringle, she has been invaluable this voyage, a pillar. Oh yes, we're very glad she's with us. They say you met Trask. Be wary of him. Trask's a trickster. Take this card, a prayer card, from my own collection. So you must like it, this section of the Titanic. Here, second class. You can get to Scotland Road from here. Do you know it? Scotland Road? Scotland Road runs the length of the ship, from stern to bow on Eden. It allows the crew to get from one side to the other quickly. I could go to third class if I take the Scotland Road. But I don't believe in social mixing. No, it creates too much anxiety. A place for everyone, and everyone a place. Though some don't choose to see it that way.
Okay, good
Wait,
night.
Before you leave, I was wondering.
Well,
perhaps you'd care
please
to make a
explain
donation
Scotland
to our
Road for
mission
me.
in Nyasaland.
Sure, later.
I'm very happy. Tomorrow we will discuss everything.
Like, if he didn't explain
Good
Scotland Road, I was about to.
Okay. F deck. Okay, that's... Damn.
You've decoded the message. Smashing. The boiler rooms. Blast. There's an entrance to the lower decks around here somewhere. Query the lift attendant. He's cheeky, but he knows this ship. Intercept the Rubaiyat before it changes hands.
So, relatively random note. I brought up before I figured if the Autobots played games at all, it'd probably be stuff like, well, in the case of one of the rarer times you'd see a bot play, Optimus Prime would probably be like farming sims and Animal Crossing games and the like.
Yeah, probably.
I could see some bots leaning more towards action games, shooters, fighting games, and the like.
Yeah.
And for some reason, the idea of Ratchet playing Surgeon Simulator just kills me.
I imagine Cup is really fond of Call of Duty.
Either that or like narrative-based games where he gets to experience a story and then retell it later. Speaking of Cup, I'm glad you approved of the vehicle mode I picked out for him.
Oh, hell yeah.
A 1940 Ford pickup just seemed like the right choice.
Nook and cranny. The boiler room's
Actually,
blimey.
backtracking a little bit to that note of Autobots and human media.
Stairs down to F deck. I fancy there's some stairs down from there. May I take
There's
you
a
somewhere?
joke I'd love to end up reusing from like an old
Nice.
fanfic. $2,000 channels and nothing to watch. And some Autobots end up preferring cartoons to most other human shows because Cybertron never had animation and they found it fascinating.
So the guide says go to the turbine room, not the boiler room.
You would access those rooms from the boilers.
Ah.
I believe.
Hello. In need of psychic consultation? The Reverend Trout's ministrations. He thinks I'm the devil incarnate. This will make someone a welcome gift, I sense. These, my friend, will surprise you. Mark my words.
Okay.
Good night.
Okay, I'll be right back. I'm gonna get something to drink and take some allergy medicine because my allergies starting to drive me nuts.
Alright, I'll be here running across the Titanic like I'm freaking Barry Allen.
Sorry, this section's off limits. Passengers aren't allowed on the bridge. Officer Morrow's in no mood to accommodate passengers right now. He's misplaced his binoculars, and he's in a right proper state about it. Off with you now.
passenger. I can't regulate the steam for boilers 1 and... So I don't have time for you. You're where you shouldn't be. Get up top, before you're kicked up there. Oh, I doubt it. She's really acting up. See? Still working the bugs out of her. See for yourself. Have at it. There's a gauge showing the turbine's power up. The needle's got to move into the green zone. Over here.
I'm back.
I am trying and failing to figure out this puzzle.
Oh god, that one. I haven't even played this game, and I know that's gotta be one of the more infuriating puzzles. Sir, what are you doing down here? Why are you messing with the machinery?
Because someone asked me to.
I am legit waiting for one of the one of the crew to come by, see you doing this, and try dragging you away. They won't, but it makes sense in my head, too. Also, I dropped my great big book of everything overboard, so that's gonna be a problem. At least if fish ever learn to read. Honestly, this whole thing reminds me of the stupid lava pumps puzzle from the Matanui online game back in the day. Alternate timeline achieved. Spontaneous ship explosion. So, picking up on that note of Transformers stuff I was talking about earlier, some of the other bots we have to look forward to in the upcoming waves. Apparently, G1 Brawn is coming to Studio Series.
Nice.
I can't wait to see him get shot in the shoulder and just crumple. Now, to be fair, the deleted scenes actually, like the storyboard, shows the shot exploding out of his back, and that's what had ended up killing him. We're also going to get Beachcomber in the Legacy Evolution series. And the little bird you can perch on his shoulder. I think it's kind of cute. They're referencing the episodes of Golden Lagoon with this little thing. We've got our first female Junkion in the lineup.
Heard about that.
And our first Decepticon aligned Junkion like ever.
I mean, there had to be one.
There had to be. As far as the Studio Series stuff is concerned, for the Gamerverse, as they're calling it. We've got confirmations of War for Cybertron Megatron.
Nice.
And Cliffjumper.
Oh, nice.
Cliff's just inevitably going to be a retool of the Bumblebee that's coming out soon, but hey, that was legitimately how he looked in the game, so... Can't really complain too much. I'd love to see the jazz design from those games end up getting a Studio Series Gamerverse thing. Because Jazz had a really cool design in the War for Cybertron games.
She's still running too rough. What's wrong? Here, take a look at the instruction manual.
I think I broke something. You what?
Me.
You what, mate?
I think I broke something. Look, and it goes to like a spot where it's like a slot machine, and it just has 3 bars, and a little thing that says "You lose." Oh, I almost forgot to mention the next Titan class we're getting.
It's a Nemesis, I remember.
Yeah, we got to see the prototype for it.
Which is freaking amazing.
Also, our first female Titan happens to be the Decepticon's ship. Go figure. Another prediction by the leakers that came true. We're also getting Dirge for what that's worth. And also Black Lio Convoy.
Nice.
I don't know what they'll be calling him. Probably something akin to Nemesis Neo Prime or something, but like... It's a neat looking redeco. I'm still psyched for DevCon though. I've heard some people complain that he doesn't come with a little Slizzardo minifigure, but like, why would people want that? Like, Slizzardo eventually ditched DevCon and ended up working as a bounty hunter that the Decepticons hired multiple times in Season 3.
Still running too rough. What's wrong?
No idea.
Right. There's a gauge showing the turbine's power out. The needle's got to move into the green zone.
So, figure I'll ask. What character from what series do you want to see in Transformers Legacy next? Like, I've got a freaking small list that keeps growing at this point, but I'll try to limit it.
Okay, this is gonna be crazy, but I want to see Tiger Hawk, but as a combiner.
Interesting take.
Because, I mean, that's, like, it's a combination of Tigatron and Air Ranger, so, like, have the two in in Tiger Hawk's colors, and then, like, make them combine into Tiger Hawk.
Maybe he have the individual robot modes resemble their old Transmetal figures.
Yeah. Oh, that's another thing, like, Transmetals.
I mean, we got Transmetal 2 Megatron, so why not?
And, like, not just of, like, not just Transmetals of that we got in the show, but, like Air Razor, Tigatron, Rhinox,
Waspinator,
Pterosaur, like, redo those figures because they were awesome.
Go on in.
Here's a
Have
fun
look
fact
in the
for you
engine
on the note of those guys. A Transmetal ant by the name of Scavenger was in fact supposed to be Transmetal Inferno.
Huh.
They changed his name in hopes that it was to somehow get more people to want the thing, because Bog figures just did not do very well back in the day. I guarantee you, the only reason that Beast Wars Inferno is doing the way as well as he's doing now, the only reason he's doing this well is because Hasbro has experience via Ant-Man to make cuter bugs.
You are a passenger. Excuse me, I would speak with you. Forgive me, I am sorry to intrude on you, a person of such high station. I am Vlad. I have men. I am leaving my home. I may
Don't
serve
impale
and
me,
they have
Vlad.
killed my wife, my children. The Austrian. For that, they will pay. But I do not want to burden you. Please, I need a favor. I have a friend in first class, in cabin A14. Mr. Bobicon has a package for me. Can you bring it here? I am a stowaway. If I am caught, maybe they throw me overboard. Please get the package. I've eaten nothing since we sailed, save for a rat who is not so fast. His name is Barbicon, in A14. Tell him you've come from Vlad. He will give you the package. I wait here for your return. Your assistance will be repaid manyfold.
Uh-oh.
What does that mean?
The fact we saw that cutscene of the Titanic sailing means we're closer to the berg now. We haven't reached collision yet.
What have we here? The fancy dress
But
balls
we're
upstairs,
getting
man.
there.
Ready? Check out the top. I'm lost. A likely story.
Surprisingly quiet for the place we're currently
Why?
at.
It's the bridge. They want to go even faster. There's a shovel over there, but you don't look the type to sweat.
Like, these guys would be... Like, the machinery itself is already loud as hell. These guys
Well,
would
they're
be
a fine
screaming
sight
at each
prettier
other
than
to be
your
heard
rugged
over the
bit of company,
machinery.
too.
These guys
Bugger
were
off.
basically
Up top
near
with you
death.
now. Back for more, are you? All right now, See what the toughs are made of. Come on, Leadhead. Sod off.
Jerk.
So,
If I had to pick anybody, I'd probably lean into Energon and Beast Machines, since they're the only ones that haven't been really touched on yet.
Beast Machines would be interesting.
I hear rumors we'll be getting a Beast Machines Cheetor at some point, so I figure, why not give us some Beacon? A new Thrust and Jetstorm would be awesome.
Yeah.
Or Strika and Obsidian, or one of the more obscure generals like Mirage or Blast Charge. Or give us a new Buzzsaw.
Okay, I'm at Scotland Road now.
Like, Legacy already gave us the Beast Wars Buzzsaw, why not give us the Beast Machines one?
Yeah, give us Beast Machines Buzzsaw, you cowards!
I can also see them doing a new Rat Trap. If any Beast Machines Maxwell needs a new toy, though, Silverbolt. Oh my god, Silverbolt.
Oh, hell yeah.
Because, like, of the original crew, Optimus Primal got a good one eventually in the form of the Air Attack Optimus Primal, but they could probably make a better one now. Black Arachnias was okay. Cheetor needed multiple tries and never hit it quite right, but he eventually got a good one with Titanium.
Yeah.
Arguably one of the only good toys Titanium ever cranked out. Rat Trap needs an update. Night Scream needs an update.
Did Botanica ever get a toy?
No, and she's too obscure a character to warrant a toy.
I mean, I would argue that...
Like, let me put it to you this way. It's a transforming plant where both modes are so similar you can't tell which is which.
Fair. But... I would argue that a lot of characters in these lines are kind of obscure. Like, unless you're a big Beast, like a diehard Beast Wars fan, you wouldn't even know who the hell Leo Convoy is.
Fair, but Botanica's in this weird sort of category all her own that would basically make any toy they make of her an instant loss.
I mean, unless they, like, rework her.
She's from a series that people already have mixed opinions on. She's one of the lesser known characters therein, and her modes are so similar you can barely tell she transformed.
Yeah. Fair.
Honestly, if she got a robot enhanced design figure, I'd be happy with that. Then better to get a good figure of one of her 2 modes that can stand with the Beast Machine's cast than nothing at all. Because, I'll be honest here, I wouldn't mind having an actual toy of Botanica as far as the Beast Machine's cast is concerned. It'd be cool. But I just don't see Hasbro going for it. We're more likely to get Savage Noble back than to see Botanica in any capacity. On that note, and bear with me here.
Yes?
A new
You found
Mega
him.
Bolt
Sasha
Megatron.
Barbican of Barbican Gallery. Now, what is it that I can help you with?
One
Our
designed
history is quite
to link
complex.
up with the Fortress Maximus Titan class figure.
Certainly. Georgia's a woman who does not go unnoticed.
Specifically, one that is
Georgia
re-released
exudes a certain
in the
romantic
RID
paranoia,
2001 series
a condition,
colors,
I
the
fear,
Brave
worsened
Maximus
by
colors.
Charles' own romance with whiskey.
Because here's a fun fact for you. We were originally supposed to get that Fortress Maximus in our RID 2001 line. But with the toy safety standards changing, Fortress
Not
Maximus
much
can't
anyone
really
can
get
do, I'm
reissued
afraid.
anymore.
George is in clear need of a rest. Continuously.
And
One
that
hears
includes
there
any
are financial
recolors like the
problems.
RID 2001
They say
series.
Charles owes Andrew Conkling thousands of pounds. Georgia, have you talked to her? You be the judge. She's
But on the
accused
note
me
of
of
that series,
outrageous deeds, libelous.
it's yet another Megatron,
I'm part
but how
Slav,
about
you
we
see,
get
a
a new
Serbian
version
on
of
my
that
mother's side.
Megatron?
Georgia finds such a mixture a source for wild stories. Good night, and don't believe what Lady Georgia says. She's not well. Enjoy your voyage.
So I missed a part on the guide. Ugh.
What do you think? An RID 2001 Megatron? Or do the Galvatron recolor instead?
I don't know.
I mean, it's probably one of the most unique Megatrons we've ever had.
Yeah. You know what would be really, really cool, though? If...
Alright, fire away.
If Legacy did Magmatron.
Yo.
Like, they actually went and fixed all the problems with that fucking toy.
Even better if they managed to do their own version of like have a big convoy released to go against that Magmatron.
Yeah. Because, like, I remember hearing that the original Magmatron was, quite frankly, shit.
Lots of ball joints.
Yeah.
So many ball joints that get loose over time, it was never gonna be a stable figure as it gets older.
Yep.
Now, I've mentioned this offhand before, but it turns out some people at the Hasbro panels at like conventions have let slip that they want to do more fire truck figures and would love to do an Optimus Prime that turns into a fire truck again.
That would be cool.
Now, imagine, if you will, a universe where Legacy Evolution, instead of either the G2 Laser Optimus or the upcoming Commander Armada Prime, we got an RID 2001 Optimus Prime, maybe an Ultra Magnus as a companion piece. I'd love to see that. I'd love to see it in our reality, quite frankly. It's like, you know me, I love that 2001 RID design. Almost as much as I like the Armada design. I almost slipped and said the RID design all over again. Speaking of which, the RID design is considered the only other good titanium figure out of the entire line. The only good toys that came out of titanium, at least by popular fan consensus, are the RID 01 Optimus Prime design and the Beast Machines Cheetor.
Yeah, you mentioned them earlier.
One thing I feel like could have made the Optimal Optimus figure in titanium better, because, like, it's okay enough, but it could be better. Okay, so tell me if this makes any sense to you. It's a Beast Wars figure without his beast mode.
Huh?
The Titanium Optimal Optimus had all of his vehicle modes, but lacked his gorilla mode.
That's just weird.
Yes?
Thing is, you could have made this
Sasha
work
Barbican of Barbican Gallery.
if you
Now, what is it
did
that
a
I can
little
help you
something
with?
different to the figure's head.
For Vlad? He's on board? Please come in. He did it. I told him not to, told him I'd pay his ticket, but he was too
They could
proud.
have turned it into
Such a
Optimal
tragedy
Megatron.
about his family. They were with my mother's people. When Austria took Bosnia, they were killed. Many were. With his family dead, America seems as good a place as any for Vlad.
Because if you recall,
Ask
final
Vlad,
episodes
I
of Beast
don't know.
Machines, Megatron
Here,
recreated the
these
Optimal
things.
Optimus
You'll be
body
glad to
with
get
his
them.
own face, mind
It's
you,
rather late.
because you know Megatron.
Yeah.
And that body lacks the beast mode. So if Titanium wanted to do an Optimal Optimus with no beast mode, just slap the Optimal
Yes?
Megatron head in, either as the actual default
night.
head or as an
Enjoy
accessory.
your voyage.
How'd that be for an April Fool's prank? You thought you were getting an Optimal Optimus, but it was me, Megatron, the whole time! Yeah. I'm honestly surprised that the Power of the Prime's Optimal Optimus didn't get that in an upgrade kit somewhere.
No, I would not put the primes in your class. Okay.
Like I've seen, I've seen upgrade kits that were supposed to give the figure back its vehicle modes because the Power of the Primes one had the opposite problem where it omitted both the vehicle modes in favor of the freaking beast mode.
Cut out.
Well, at least the ground vehicle mode. But like,
sorry, you just kind of cut out with the music.
okay, so the Power of the Primes Optimal Optimus, it cut out the land vehicle mode in favor of keeping the beast mode in. So a lot of the upgrade kits I saw were meant to restore the land vehicle mode by adding wheels to the figure.
Ah.
I'm surprised that they did that, but didn't include an alternate head to put the Beast Machine's Megatron face on that figure.
Thank you. I must see Mr. Barbican. I've bad news. He will not be happy. I am looking
Like,
for
you went out of your way to make bigger
important,
arm shields for the figure, but you
have seen
didn't
a
make
small-
the alternate head?
It is of no importance. Good night.
All right. I think now we go back to Penny.
Now, if I had to pick someone who wasn't Optimus or her Megatron or Ultra Magnus from RID 2001, it's honestly a lot harder to pick because now we've opened my mind to like a bunch of other possibilities.
Like, I always wanted like a Power of the Primes figure that was of Megatron and Galvatron.
That would have been neat. If you did the Galvatron in the original G1 toy colors, it would have been even more feasible.
Yeah.
But like,
did you get
if Legacy were to dip
Did
into
you
RD
find the
2001,
Rubaiyat?
I've got quite a few I can think of that I'd love to see. Team Bullet Train, the Build Team,
Smashing.
Skybite,
What
his
have you
underlings, the Predacon Trio, the Autobot Brothers.
I was wondering how you got so dirty. There's a spot on your cheek. Yes, right there. You got it.
Freaking core class
More
spy changers.
Lytle's no connoisseur. No, there's something about that painting of interest to the German High Command. I don't have any information about Vlad, but the other fellow, look here. Zeitel's Titanic contact is a London art dealer named
Imagine,
Sasha Barbican.
1 year we actually do get that Galvatron
They say he
from
smuggles
RD 2001,
and he's not
and the
about
Titan
selling
class
stolen
figure
merchandise.
is the ship
files
that the
say he's
Predacons
Serbian,
used for their base
interestingly
in
enough,
RD
with links to some
2001,
shady Balkan
and they're
routes.
advertised as being compatible. If you transform the Galvatron into its hand mode, you can plug it onto the ship.
Yo, that'd be awesome!
Let me see.
Like he did in the last couple of episodes.
That's the Rubaiyat, all right. Well done. Leave it with the purser for safekeeping. It shall be undisturbed there. The painting's what Zeitel's really after. You must secure it. Where or how, I don't care. Just find it and bring it back here. Remember, leave the Rubaiyat with the purser
Like, you
for
see
safekeeping.
why I have so
You
much
might
issue
also
just
know
pinning
where the
down the
painting
things I want?
Sneak
My
a
brain
peek
just
at his
keeps
cargo
wandering.
manifest. That should help you find the paint. Cargo stored somewhere beneath the forecastle deck. Things are thickening up quite nicely, aren't they? We've got to get our hands on that painting.
To the point where I've gotten so far off the Titanic, I think I'm out in the sea somewhere. Help! closer still to the Berg. Well, I guess I can bring things back around by mentioning one of the most ridiculous knockoff Transformers I've ever seen. Did you know there's a knockoff Transformer that turns into the Titanic? Or a poor recreation thereof?
Yo, what?
Yeah, I discovered this back when I was in high school, like 10 years ago, and I'm just sitting here going, like, in hindsight, I'm just going, well, why would you do that?
I need to look this up.
Yeah, there was a Titanic Transformer. Not an official one. Like I said, it's a knockoff. But, like, it happened.
Oh, no! Oh, my God!
Yeah, I told you it exists.
Transformable Titanic bot. Oh, no!
Yeah, I told you it exists.
Oh, I hate you. I just wanted to see for myself.
If it were any other fictional ship at that, if it were any other ship, I would be less conflicted about its existence.
That's just... Oh.
Because, really, the design isn't... Like, if it were any other ship than the Titanic, it would be less aggravating to me.
That... I just... Oh, no.
But yeah, that exists.
Oh. Oh, there's a Lego Titanic Transformer.
Sad thing is, the box art for that knockoff was actually pretty good. At least for the robot mode.
Yeah? Alright, I'm diving back in. We're gonna leave the whatchamacallit with the purser, and I think we'll call it there.
Once again, today's top stories. London has endured another night of German
So, yeah.
bombing.
This has been day one of
Most
Titanic Week,
damage was
everybody.
concentrated in the
We
East
had a rough
End.
start. The iceberg is
RAF has
creeping
struck
closer.
And I gotta figure out how to...
And we gotta really figure out how to fix that screen issue.
I don't think there is a fix.
There's gotta be something. All of that aside, what were your thoughts on the game so far, Bear?
It's it.
Your audio glitched there for a bit.
I like it.
Like, honestly, it looks like a fun, if a little frustrating at times, game.
Okay.
Then today's
How the
top
hell are we supposed to
stories.
get our save back?
London has endured another night of German bombing. Most damage was
Oh no.
Talking about rough starts, I think we don't have a save.
Okay, I know you really want to
concentrated in
play
the
this
East
game
End.
for this week, but
The
I think
RAF has struck enemy
Hey,
aerodromes
if you
in the
decide to,
Havre and the
if
Low
you decide to
Country.
do something else, that is perfectly fine.
this game is unplayable, man. Like between the resolution or
Like,
aspect ratio, the
Bear,
frick.
it's fine. It's fine. Believe me, I can see how badly it's aggravating you, and I do not want to do that to you.
It's not that it's necessarily aggravating me, just the fact that I can't get the save back is frustrating. I do have a VR game about that try.
The VR game might be a safer bet.
Yeah. So we will try that tomorrow. It's also shorter, so but yeah, we will try with that game tomorrow. Once again, I apologize for the aspect ratio. There's no way to fix that. So
After we go through the VR game, maybe we could just look through some history videos about the ship or something.
yeah, I'd be okay with that. All right, well, thank you all for watching. This has been Vegas Bear and Latios.
I
And
apologize for all of the inconveniences today. I am sincerely sorry.
it's not your fault, man. I should have done research on this game before we started. Like, I never think to do any research because I always think, oh, the game will work because like most games do, and I forget some older games have a lot of problems.
Well, thanks for stopping by, everybody. We'll see you later.
We will return with something Titanic related. All right. Catch y'all next time.